don't need.
LaCroix.
I don't need.
LaCroix.
Definitely don't need.
LaCroix.
I 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 need.
LaCroix sparkling water.
Hey everyone, what's poppin'? So today we're going to be doing a bit of a review of my favorite sparkling water beverage, LaCroix. So it's gonna be in a bit of a Anthony Fantano style kind of review. You know, good to solid 5. Week 4, that kind of deal. So we got 3 flavors with us today. We have the passion fruit flavor, as you can see, and our coconut flavor, which I expect this to be pretty interesting, and our mango flavor. So just a bit of a heads up, I don't have all of them. I've had more than just these 3. And I don't have the cran raspberry flavor with me like I did in my Braden LaCroix diss track review. But I definitely give that one a good solid 5. Not exactly my favorite, but you know, does have a bit more of a refreshing kind of taste than I feel like most of the other flavors of LaCroix. So without further ado, let's start off with mango. This is a nice little can, green and red with some blue text over it. It's a little hard to see over my glasses here, but you know, it's there. So we're just gonna crack it open. Sorry guys, just can't really contain myself in these things. So we're gonna have a bit of a drink. How I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna take a little bit of a sip, then a bigger sip, and then the biggest sip to kind of see how the different flavors add up depending on how you drink the beverage. So that's some good flavor. Tastes a little bit different than mango. Has a bit of a kind of watered down Sprite kind of texture to it, but even with that, you know, it's still nice and refreshing. These are all cold, by the way, so I'm not going to review these warm because I'm not a sadist. But not bad. A bit of a refreshing flavor to it, so that's pretty good. Because some of these flavors, you know, you'll drink a can of LaCroix and it'll make you thirstier. You know, a bit ironic, but that does happen from time to time. So anyway, let's continue. Honestly, I like it a bit better that way. You know, it's a good gulp, but it tastes pretty good. It does feel, I feel like it's a little bit disingenuous calling it mango because it doesn't really match the flavor, I think, all that well. You can tell that they're trying, but I don't think it's necessarily mango. It's kind of like watered down Sprite mixed with some like apple juice or something, but you know, not bad overall. And it goes down hard once you start hard gulping it. But a really kind of weird aftertaste. Definitely does not taste like mango at all. It definitely tastes like apples, if I had to say anything about the aftertaste. But not all that great on the aftertaste. You know, the first kind of sip was pretty good. It was nice and crisp. The second was a little more about the flavor, and then that last gulp was just like nothing but aftertaste, and it just didn't taste good at all. Overall, I'd give it a good solid 6. You know, it has good flavor and has, you know, it's nice and refreshing, but overall, you know, drink it sparingly. You know, you're probably going to be drinking this over like a period of 30 minutes, you know, if you want to get like a good quality feel out of this drink, but you know, not bad overall. Definitely one of the better flavors, I think. And I say all this as a LaCroix connoisseur, so you know, I think I know my stuff here. Next up, we have passion fruit. Fun fact for you: this is actually the first LaCroix flavor I tried. So we're going to crack this open. Ooh, it's nice and sharp. Got some on my microphone. That's not good. Ooh, that definitely has a much more fruitier flavor than mango. I feel like this definitely does actually retain the flavor of passion fruit and does taste nice and sweet, which is pretty good. Not bad, still nice and refreshing, but it's not as refreshing as mango. I feel like mango's a lot crisper in terms of its flavor and like actual refreshingness. But this does go down a bit easier, so that's definitely a plus with the passion fruit. Aftertaste isn't too bad actually. there's not much of an aftertaste at all, but if there's an aftertaste, it's probably like a bit more of a watered down Sprite, but it's not really as potent, I guess, as it is with the mango. So this is definitely a lot better. I'm gonna have to give this one a nice crisp 7.5, probably closer to a 7.5. You know, good and refreshing, and definitely has less of the bad flavors of mango. But you know, it's not bad actually. This is probably one of my favorites that I've had so far. And lastly, we have the coconut. This is probably one of the more interesting flavors. And I'll kind of explain. The packaging is, you know, fairly interesting. It has the gold color to it with the same blue LaCroix text to it. But let's crack it open and see what's next. Alright, there we go. Good, good. So we're going to take our first sip. Ooh. I'd say in terms of actually retaining the flavor that it says it's like based on, like, you know, between mango, passion fruit, and coconut, this definitely tastes the most like its actual flavor. Definitely, like, it doesn't hit real early, but you take that first sip, you feel the drink, and then you give it like 2 or 3 seconds, and that coconut flavor just hits you like a wave. Honestly, that actually tastes really good. So I'd say flavors is definitely the best one, but for other things, you know, we'll have to see. Definitely loses that flavor kind of as you drink it longer, and has a bit of a bitterness to it. Once you the longer you drink it, the more that coconut flavor fades, and the more the bitterness kind of comes out, which is interesting. We didn't see it with the mango or the passion fruit flavor, but you know, it gets bitter. You know, not like coffee bitter, but kind of bites the back of your throat a little bit as you keep drinking it. So the aftertaste with this, definitely a lot better, in my opinion, than the mango and passion fruit. With the mango flavor, the aftertaste just tasted completely different than what the flavor said it was. Like, you know, it had that kind of apple, you know, watered down Sprite sort of feel with the mango, but then when the aftertaste came, it just bit you. It was awful. Passion fruit was the same as the mango, largely, just without the bitter bite to it. But with the coconut, it definitely retains that coconut flavor in the aftertaste, which I think is much more pleasant. So, you know, you're not like, you know, you don't really get much of a surprise there, and it's, you know, it's not bad. It really just depends on whether or not you like the flavor. There's nothing really special with this can, but you know, it does have a decent flavor. I kind of like the interesting coconut taste to it, but it really just depends on what you like. With me, you know, I'm probably gonna also have to give this a good solid 7. With the mango definitely being my least favorite, just because the flavor isn't as good. The passion fruit being, you know, probably my most favorite, just because it's like has a nice balance between refreshing and flavor. And this is really just all about flavor. It's not, you know, I feel kind of thirstier actually now that I've drank it a bit more. But you know, it doesn't have that balance I think the passion fruit does, and that's why I don't think it's as good as the passion fruit. So in review, mango, good solid 6. Passion fruit, a nice crisp 7.5, and this, did I say good solid 7? This is just a nice clean, you know, 7. It's there for the flavor, but yeah, that's just about all it really has to offer in my opinion. Anyway guys, that'll be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, don't forget to drop a like down below and comment what videos you guys want me to do next, and subscribe to keep up to date with all my content, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.